Surprise, motherfucker! What's up? This is Venger Satanis, and this video is about Crimson Escalation, which is the name for a new little mechanic that I came up with in conjunction with Rob Couture, who commented on my video, and that because I made a video about a couple ideas uh, involving a shorter, more brutal combat. And then he ingeniously came up with the original specific concept. Um, and then I kind of wrote it all out and finessed it a little bit. So it's both of our ideas really, and kind of like the whole Gygax Arneson thing. I mean, they both created D&D kind of together. One sort of like maybe laid the groundwork, and then Arneson came in and did a lot of the work himself, and then Gygax took that and then put his spin on it and reworked it a little bit, and boom, D&D happened. Anyway, it's the Crimson Escalation is awesome. I'll put the link in the description below. I have two blog posts that kind of go through the whole thing, like why it's awesome, what it was intended to do, how it does that. I finally got to play test it the other day, which was obviously needed, because if you come up with some cool system or mechanic or whatever for role-playing game, in your head it might be awesome, but you really need to play it. And I look forward to playing it more times, but I needed at least one playtest session where I could see for myself in game how it was, and it turned out great. Actually, it met every expectation I had. It keeps combat short and brutal, and it feels like there are real stakes involved, and the stakes keep getting higher. It's like if you're a poker game, and let's say the blinds are 5, 10, and then someone puts a $20 straddle on. Then the next guy puts a $40 straddle on, and already you're just like, whoa, I only have $500 in this game. Like, I could be out in 3 hands. Same thing with the combat. I don't want combat, generally speaking, to go any longer than like 6 or 7 rounds. Unless maybe it's like an epic boss battle or something like that. Generally speaking, I want combat to last somewhere between, like, I don't know, 2 and 4 rounds. And this helps make that happen. Not sure what to say about it. Oh, well, I guess I could briefly explain it. That would probably help you. For those who don't know, briefly, so all it does is every round of combat, it increases the critical hit range by 1. So in round 1, everybody just normally crits on a natural 20. In round 2, if you roll a 19 or 20, that's a crit. Round 3, an 18, 19, or 20, that's a crit. And then so on. It just keeps going until, combat's over. So yeah, it does a few different things. It increases the likelihood of hitting, especially if you have some high armor class guys that are doing the fighting. And it also increases the damage, because critical hits do double damage, generally speaking. And so yeah, the extra damage also helps shorten the battle and makes each critical blow more severe. And I don't know, it does other things too that I wrote about. But I hope you try it out, people that play D&D or OSR games, retro clones, everything from my own Crimson Dragon Slayer, which I'm in the process of editing. that free PDF, so it will include Crimson Escalation. And also the reason I would use Escalation, one, it's an apt descriptor, and two, it's a little bit similar to the 13th Age escalation die or combat escalation or whatever they call it. Um, I like that to a degree back when I bought the game and read about it years and years ago. But I always thought that it was a little too, I don't know, it just wasn't right for me. But this, the whole critical thing, the Crimson Escalation, that's for me. And maybe that'll be for you. I don't know. I think it's as cool an idea and as revolutionary for D&D as Advantage and Disadvantage, which I also use in my own games. So I'm very proud of it. If I'm known for anything in the role-playing game world, if I died tomorrow, I'm sure it would probably be Alpha Blue, Chalt, How Do, whatever, most likely Game Master, like a fucking boss, because I have a number of titles that are like How to Do whatever, like a fucking boss. And then this, the Crimson Escalation. So yeah, extremely proud of that. I think it's a lot of people are going to adopt it in their own games, which would be awesome. I think that's it for now. What else? Yeah, that's it. So read the description or click the link on the description below if you want to read the blog posts about it. And like, subscribe. What else is there? Comment. Share? Sure. Why not? Okay. Catch you guys on the flip side.